So since his last defeat, Freddy Krueger has been in hell. And unable to invade children's dreams. Basically, the adults of Springwood have gone to extremes to ensure that their children forgot him. And invading children's dreams is his absolute favorite thing, so that's a problem. All mention of him has been removed from public records, and any children who dream of him are forcibly institutionalized at Weston Hills Psychiatric Hospital so that they can contain the spread. Contain the spread! They are given this dream suppressant drug, Hypnosil, which, yeah, it only seems to exist in this one town, so I guess good for their chemists? Sure. Freddy resurrects Jason Voorhees and appears as Jason's mother, Pam, to manipulate him into thinking that his mother wants him to go to Elm Street and kill. So this plan will create fear in the townsfolk that Freddy has returned, allowing him to regain his power so that he can come back once again to kill on Elm Street. We open now, we get to know kind of our main character. Her name is Laurie Campbell. She lives with her widowed father. We're introduced to her and her friends, Kia, Gibbs' emotionally abusive boyfriend, Trey, asshole, and his friend, Blake. They're all at like a sleepover. Jason murders Trey, and good riddance to you. You were the worst. And then kills Blake and his father. This emotionally abusive boyfriend, Trey, it's bordering on physically abusive. He's awful. There's a part where he's like, come on, let's go upstairs and have sex. And, she takes like 2 seconds to get up off the couch. He's like, don't make me ask again. It's just ridiculous. Ugh, I hate him. Hate him. Glad he's gonna die. So after they have sex, Jason kills Trey in the bed, like stabbing him, and then the bed folds up and his body is bent backwards in half. It's pretty awesome. I was really happy to see it. Yay! Love that. So then Freddy tries to kill the friend Blake, and he plunges his claw hand through his heart, but nothing happens, so clearly he's not strong enough yet. In the real world, though, Jason is strong enough, and he kills both Blake and his dad. Now, the police label it a murder-suicide because they're nervous that it's Freddy returned, and they don't want this spread to get out, so they're just like, okay, we'll just say that Blake killed his friend Trey, and then came home and killed his dad and committed suicide. It's all a big cover-up. Laurie had mentioned that when she was 14, she had this boyfriend that she can't forget about. Oh, 14-year-old love. I remember my 14-year-old boyfriend. Oh, wait, no, I don't, because I didn't have one, because I was really awkward and I had my hair dyed like Rogue from X-Men. And the boys in middle school didn't think that was really cute. I'm not salty about it. It's fine. So Laurie's ex-boyfriend, Will Rollins, and his friend, Mark Davis, are involuntarily held at that psychiatric ward at Weston Hills because they had some previous contact with Freddy, and they see on the news at the hospital about the killings, and they need to escape so that they can warn Laurie. Also, need to mention here that Will claims to have seen Laurie's dad kill her mom, and he's holding to that pretty firmly. And it's unclear if part of the reason that he's institutionalized is because of that. I think it's mostly because he had some interaction with Freddy, but it could be a blend of both. Who knows? So they've escaped the hospital. They're going to go warn Laurie. Now that night, there is a rave in a cornfield because when 2 of your classmates have been brutally murdered, the party has to go on. So, of course we're going to go to the rave in a cornfield. We're going to have so much fucking fun, guys. At the rave in the cornfield, Freddy tries to kill Gib in a nightmare where she basically uses the deceased asshole boyfriend to kind of lure her away from the group. And she follows because she's an insecure high school girl who's dating an asshole. But Jason kills her first in the real world and goes on a murder rampage at the rave, which angers Freddy, who realizes now that Jason's killing spree is going to deny him of his precious victims. So the friends escape the rave, but these rave scenes are really good. There's so many deaths. It's really fun. The friends escape the rave with school nerd Charlie and stoner Bill. I think their names are like Freeberg and something else they call them sometimes. Not important. But there's always a stoner character. I just want to point that out because this is the 2000s. So Will and Lori witness Mark getting killed by Freddy. Deputy Scott Stubbs is going to help the teens. Learning about Hypnosil, they try to steal it from Weston Hills so that they can suppress their dreams. However, Freddy uses Bill to dispose of the medicine. Jason kills Stubbs, and Freddy uses the possessed Bill to tranquilize Jason, causing him to fall asleep after slashing Bill in half. Are we keeping up here? It's a lot. So the teens devise a plan to pull Freddy from the dream world into reality and force him to fight Jason, basically. Bringing the unconscious Jason, who's passed out now, they've got to drive him back to Camp Crystal Lake in New Jersey. So they're headed on a road trip. Freddy fights Jason in the dream world, where he discovers that Jason actually does have a fear. And that's a fear of water, a fear of drowning. So he uses this to his advantage, causing Jason to revert to his younger self, his more vulnerable, fearful self. That's something that Freddy can work with. So Lori goes to sleep to pull Freddy out and save Jason. It's kind of cute because Jason and Lori almost have this like weird helpful relationship with each other. Like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. And it's kind of cute. I don't know. I like it. So she goes to sleep to pull Freddy out and therefore save Jason. Freddy tortures Lori in her dream, revealing that he was the one who murdered her mother. Jason now awakens at Camp Crystal Lake and pursues the teens, fatally injuring Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Lori wakes up and pulls Freddy into the physical world, where Jason confronts him. Now we have a battle royale. Now we have a fight to the death in a ring of fire. And this actually reminds me of a movie that me and my friends made in high school called The Pizza Killer. And we thought it would be really cool to have the final guy and the killer face off in a ring of fire. So we literally made a ring of fire with gasoline in our friend's driveway. And I was caught on fire a little bit. Just a little bit. Shout out Elijah.
Oh, that's fire.
So, this scene is somewhat inspirational. So Freddy and Jason are now fighting throughout the campgrounds, during which Jason kills Kia after making a casually racist remark.
Dark meat.
No!
Freddy plunges Jason's machete into his side, and then Jason rips off Freddy's gloved arm. It's kind of hilarious because Freddy gets his arms ripped off a lot in this movie. Lori and Will set the dock on fire, causing an explosion that throws Freddy and Jason into the lake. Freddy climbs out and is about to kill the pair, but is impaled by Jason with his own gloved hand, allowing Lori to behead Freddy with Jason's machete, saying, "Welcome to my world, bitch." Woo! Jason, Freddy's head, and his body sink into the lake, seemingly dead. Now the next morning, Jason emerges from the lake, holding his machete and Freddy's head. But Freddy winks at the camera, leaving the winner ambiguous.